You made the major decision to move to a new city that you don't know very much about. You're excited about the transition, but you have to find the right place to live. The question I get asked all the time from people in this situation is, should I rent before I buy? There is no one answer to this question. So I'm going to break down both sides and attempt to help you to figure out which is the best for you. Hello, I'm Carol Bloom, a real estate relocation specialist with Move Us to Scottsdale and Keller Williams. I'm a licensed realtor in both California and Arizona. And today I'm going to address one of the most frequently asked questions that I get. Should I rent before I buy? And I know that moving to a new city can be really stressful because I have been in your shoes before when I was trying to figure it out. There's a lot to understand, and housing is at the top of the list. You don't know the neighborhoods or the schools, the reality of the commute time, or where you're going to want to spend your free time. It takes time to get to know an area. So should I make the commitment of buying a house right away, or should I rent for a year to get to know the area a little bit better before I buy? I think logically it seems like a no-brainer. You should rent. First to get to know the area, then buy something. But depending on your circumstances, that may not be the right answer for you. So let's look at both sides of this dilemma and ask yourself a few questions. Number one, what's your time frame for moving? Number two, how much time do you have before you have to be settled into your new city? If you're moving to relocate for a job, you may need to be in that city within the next few months. That doesn't give you a lot of time to get to know an area. Even if you take the time to visit and go house hunting, you still may not feel comfortable buying something if you're crunched for time. Then taking a breath and renting may be your best option. However, if you're planning on making a move well in advance, then you have more time to get to know your new city. If you can visit your new city a multiple times, not necessarily to go house hunting, but to get to know the area, the neighborhoods, visit during the week, visit during the weekend, so you can get an idea of the commute times and traffic. Visit your new city during the different seasons, so you can get an idea of the weather. Talk to the locals, ask your real estate professionals to get an idea of neighborhoods, and then drive through them. Do your online research on housing prices, neighborhood safety, and distances to places you know that you'll be going to frequently, like driving the kids to school. If you have the time to do all of this in a neighborhood or the area emerges that you really like and feel comfortable, then you can be more confident about buying a house at that time. Number three, how do you feel about your job? Are you starting with a new job, with a new company? A lot of companies are offering their employees to work remotely, which has caused people to think about making a move to a new city that's much more affordable. But that leads to ask yourself another question. Number four, when you move, are you feeling a little antsy about your career choice? You may want to make a change if either of these are true. You also may want to rent until you can figure out those things ahead of time. But on the other hand, I have always purchased a house with all my professional moves. I thought if I get transferred again with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, I would hire a professional management company to manage while somebody else is paying down my mortgage, which becomes passive income. And that is not a bad idea at all. Question number 5 to ask yourself. Do you have kids? Because I work in a lot in the areas of Scottsdale and Phoenix, and I see people struggle with this question. They have school-aged kids. They don't want to rent in one area for a year and then have to move their kids the following year to another area, to a new school. And that's an absolute legitimate concern. But there are rental options in the areas where there's great school zones. So realistically, you could rent for a year there, and your kids maybe wouldn't have to make a move to a different school. If you decide to buy in the same area, it's a win-win, right? Well, maybe not. Speaking of Scottsdale Market, the area where they have the best school zones and good rentals can be really, really hard to find, and they're expensive. There are a lot of families that want to be in those areas, so your only options may be limited. If a small house or an apartment to rent isn't something that you and your family are going to be comfortable in for a year with 2 kids in a 1,200 square foot, 4th floor apartment, and if you happen to have a beloved family pet, that may make it even harder. So good rentals in these neighborhoods, because of a lot of landlords, are going to be very restrictive on the size of the pet and the breed. So if you want to be able to paint your kid's bedroom and let them make friends with the neighbors, then maybe buying is a better option for you. The key here, just like with anything, is to do your research and to enlist in the help of an experienced real estate agent that has extensive local knowledge. Don't try to rely solely on the school rating websites. Visit the schools. Talk to the administration. Talk to other parents. If you're not worried about school zones or living in close quarters with your kids, then renting is a great option to get to know the area first. Question number 6. What do your finances look like? Sometimes buying is not an option. Financially, if you can't qualify for a mortgage right now, or you want to save money for a down payment, then renting is your choice. And that's an easy one. However, if you do have money for a down payment and you can qualify for a loan, then there's a few things you should consider. Interest rates are at a historically low rate. I believe you will be bragging to your friends and family 20 years from now about the interest rates you got. With interest rates so low, you can buy a bigger house and keep similar mortgage payments that you're currently paying now. I don't think interest rates are going to increase dramatically this year, but if interest rates are a concern of yours, then buying now may be a great option for you. If you happen to be moving to an area where housing prices are increasing quickly, like they are here in Scottsdale, then buying now may be a better option than waiting a year when houses can be between 8 to 10% higher in price. Number 7, are you an experienced homeowner? Let's face it, if you have been a homeowner for a long time, you may not be very comfortable being a renter, even if it's just temporary. Maybe you aren't used to sharing walls with your neighbors or hearing somebody above you walk around. Maybe you don't want to have and ask somebody to change the living space cosmetically. If you like having the freedom that comes with a home ownership, then buying in your new city may be the better option for you. However, maybe you've been a homeowner for a long time and you don't want to deal with the maintenance of owning a house again. And as a renter, you probably wouldn't have to worry about home repairs or home maintenance. That's the landlord's problem, right? Question number 8 to ask yourself, do you have a relocation package? I've had a lot of clients move to the Scottsdale, Phoenix area with very generous relocation packages from their employers. Some of these packages pay for moving expenses, closing costs, so they do decide to buy a home because these packages often have an expiration date. So if you're being offered thousands of dollars that can go towards purchasing a new home, then you may not want that to expire. If you're renting, that doesn't mean you shouldn't rent. If you don't feel like you're ready to buy something, that just means you need to be aware of the expiration date. Maybe you should rent for a shorter period of time instead of signing a year lease. If you know you do want to rent for a while, then I would talk to your employer while you're negotiating your relocation package to see if that expiration package can be extended, whether you decide to rent or buy. When you move to a new city, it's a personal decision. There are people that will argue strongly on both sides of this issue. For some people, creating a permanent home for themselves and their family is really important to get integrated into their new city. So they choose to buy. But for others, renting for a while is the best choice for them as they get to know the area. And I can tell you, when I work with relocation clients, because I've been there myself, they are often very, very stressed when they get to go house hunting. But by the end of the trip, they usually feel much better about the situation because I've been able to answer a lot of their questions for them. Asking for help from a knowledgeable real estate agent can really calm the anxiety that comes with moving to a new city. Take your time. Do your research. Whatever you decide will be the right choice for you. I hope this video helped all of you out that are struggling with the question, do I rent or do I buy in my new city? If you're looking to sell your house in California to purchase your dream home in Scottsdale, I'm a licensed realtor both in California and Arizona. You can download a free Scottsdale relocation guide in the description box below. And in this guide, I go into great detail about the different neighborhoods, the schools, and entertainment. And if you're looking for something else to watch on my channel, then check out the neighborhood guide of Scottsdale. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Carol Bloom. Please hit the like and subscribe button and comment. It really helps to share my video with other people who, just like you, are looking to make a move. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.